Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now y'all gotta forgive me. Not sure when this video will get posted, but on the road for a little bit, a couple days. But wanted to pop in just cause something been on my spirit, and just as I'm looking around and just seeing, always paying attention just to the culture and just life around me. Y'all know I work with people and get a lot of emails and messages. And one thing I want to remind you is that love, while it is a beautiful thing, while love is a beautiful thing, I used to say it's easy, but it's actually not. And I think it was just because I was looking at my situation and where I was in my life. But as I really look at life, and even in my life, but especially taking everybody's situation into consideration, I really want you to appreciate the love you have, if you have love with somebody, from somebody else. But if not, appreciate your single season. Appreciate that single season, that season of self-love. Appreciate that. Do not rush love. If you rush it, you will ruin it. Appreciate the time that you get to work, you get to earn, you get to pay your own bills, you get to call your own shots, you get to do your own thing. You gotta appreciate that. And now when you attract love, don't take the love you have, don't take it for granted, because love is not easy. And the reason why it's not easy is because true love requires selflessness, and it is extremely hard to be selfless. True love requires that you crucify your ego, and it's extremely hard to crucify your ego. Getting to a place to where you can be love, meaning you can become love, you can give love, and then you're open to receiving love. It's not easy. So I want you to think about this and appreciate the season that you're in. And now when you get into love, what you have to realize there is that it's not going to be easy for two human beings who were raised by different people to come together and for things to be seamless. Oftentimes it becomes this trade-off. A lot of times it becomes codependent, controlling, and toxic. We all will go through a version of it. Of course, some will be much worse than others, but every single one of us will go through a version of our toxicity in our relationship, whether it be from you or the person you're with, or both of y'all. Every single human has a tinge of narcissism in them. And as you know, it's a very popular term, but a person may not be a full-blown, certifiable narcissist, but there are still traits that this person may have. And that just coming from being self-centered, being selfish, being egotistical. So in that space, we can be manipulative. We can play the victim role. We can, oh, woe is me. My life was so hard. I went through so much. I had through so much trauma. Went through so much trauma, love me, pamper me, take care of me, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. And it's human, and it goes both ways. A lot of times as humans, we will seek sympathy so that we can get what we want. And to be honest with you, it's not healthy, but it is life that has to be addressed. Now, when you think about behavioral science, and then you realize, okay, certain behaviors one type of behavior that is not doing harm to you or doing harm to themselves, you ignore it, redirect it, and then when the behavior is redirected, then you can reinforce the new behavior. Now, on the other side, where it can harm you or harm them, you have to stop it. And after you stop it, you can redirect it and then reinforce the new behavior. But if the behavior is not able to be ignored or stopped, then that's when you have to leave. Now, of course, when you're married, you have vows, so you want to give it everything you can before leaving. But one thing I realized, and just when you look out in the media and you see all these divorces, and I was naive at one point and egotistical and arrogant in what I was doing, like, oh, divorce will never, visit this couple or that couple or my relationship or that relationship. Just thinking, not realizing how humans are, but I realize now every single person can go through whatever. Like, we all are human. And so you cannot get to a place to where you say, I'm not gonna pay attention to the signs, or I'm not gonna think about or prepare for the tough times, because we'll all go through it. Don't mean you'll go through it forever, but you have to be able to look at yourself and make the changes that you need to make. Because see, here's the thing. When you step into the space has to move. Things move, like you shift the atmosphere. So if you are the chaser and you're chasing, but then you stop chasing and you stand still or you pull back, there is a natural reaction that happens to your action. So when you realize that you are the weaker person in the relationship, that you are less emotionally intelligent than the person you're with, then that's when you have to change. And when you change, it then will affect the relationship and start to change things. So I want you to think about this. I don't have forever to, talk about this, a little tied up, but think about this and get this in your spirit and really come to terms with, make sure whatever space you're in, that you're doing the work. Make sure you're doing the work. Make sure you're getting the knowledge. You're learning the lessons. You are preparing for what's to come, and you're addressing what you have going on right now. Because it's imperative that you do this, because you will be tested in life and in love. And it won't be easy. It won't be easy to grow. It won't be easy to change. You can't change someone else. They may only change based on your changes. Your change may have a cause and effect that then changes their life. And that's all you can hope for, is that your positive change is effective and that it positively influences him or her. That's all you can hope for. If you pray, you can pray with it. Prayer moves mountains. Prayer breaks strongholds. Prayer does some things, so you could put that in there. But at the same time, you have to do the work. You can't just pray and sit. You gotta work. Work while you wait, meaning keep working on you. Keep perfecting your personality, your mentality, your emotional intelligence. Keep working on you, and that's going to keep shifting things in your life. So listen to me. It's Tony Gaskins. If you need to go a little deeper, look in the description box. You'll see TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. Got the love courses on there. Dive in them. Really take your time. If you're working on you in other areas, got entrepreneurship with purpose, life coach certification. Use the coupon code Positivity. I think, I can't remember if it's 30% or 50% off, but use that coupon code, it'll bless you. And what we got going, Patreon, Blessed Tribe, Blessed Business Tribe, thank you so much. If you're not on my Patreon is a separate network that's helping me produce some things. We actually got a production coming up next weekend. Got a production, so y'all will see that hit the channel in the coming months after it gets edited and all of that. But got that coming up. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.